name is Anja Geitmann. I'm the Associate Vice Principal at Macdonald Campus, the other campus of McGill University out at Sainte-Anne-de-Bellevue at the West Island of Montreal. Just as the rest of McGill University here, we had to wind down our activities that take place on campus in order to comply with the directives that have come from the Quebec government. The Macdonald community has pulled together, or rather apart, in order to comply with these measures. Researchers and graduate students, lab personnel have ramped down their research. Tonight is the deadline to complete that action. And except for a few activities that will be ongoing, everything will be hibernating, so to say, here on site at campus. Of course, there are a few things that cannot hibernate, and those are, for example, our greenhouses, where we will try to maintain alive our plants, as well as the farm, where we have both dairy cows and a poultry unit, and of course we will maintain the animals and feed them and take care of them over the coming weeks. But everybody else is winding down their research as it happens on campus and trying to take home in terms of notes and data what they can in order to do research, continue research from home. And I guess everybody is trying to make lemonade out of lemons. This may be the time when you finally get to write that research essay or to write the introduction to your thesis, something you have tried to put off for the longest time because there were so many exciting things to do in the lab. Some of the activities that do continue on site is, of course, cleaning as well as health and safety as far as it is necessary, and facilities are looking after infrastructure, making sure that the buildings continue to be heated and ventilation works, but everything else is supposed to be hibernated. You may wonder how a university is able to transition into this, what is really something that is unprecedented. This is not what we do over the summer when things don't slow down. This is not what we do at Christmas when things quiet down. This is an almost complete stop of any activities on campus. That has incredible effects because it happens in the middle of a term, of course. And to answer all the gazillions of questions that everybody has, somebody has to pull it all together and try and coordinate it. So what a university, and McGill in particular, has is the so-called Emergency Operations Centre that is activated when an emergency happens. And so this is a group of people that sit downtown centrally at McGill University, and on which I was solicited as well in my role as Associate Vice Principal, in order to find the solutions, in order to even determine what has to be done. And these people have been working tirelessly for the past 2 months just to get ready for this time. But as you know, everything was precipitated last week when the government told universities to close their activity and move everything else online as far as possible. So very rapidly we had to ramp up our activity, and so this took about 20 people in one room to just think about what has to be done. And that is not a trivial exercise, as you can believe. And I know that many of you might be frustrated because you haven't received the answer yet to your particular case. But just to give you an idea of the diversity of things that we're talking about, there might be a graduate student who had done a project in South America who was stuck in that country because of travel restrictions. We have to make sure that graduate student comes home. There might be somebody doing research that is in the middle of being completed. What are we going to do with that case? How can we make sure that that researcher can complete that project without ruining 6 months of data acquisition? All kinds of challenges that have to be answered, and that's what we are here for. So this team of people is really working for you to try and make it all happen. Aside from that, there is 100 professors right here on campus, professors and instructors who are working towards getting their material ready for remote delivery of teaching. We have 4 weeks of term left. The next 10 days or so we're on suspended mode until all the teaching is back and can be delivered remotely, meaning through some sort of channel, be it online, the computer, and in some cases even the phone, because not every student might be set up at home to be actually able to follow courses online at the computer. So all these individual cases have to be addressed. And with this video, I wanted to give a big shout out to the group of people who are trying to make it happen. And those are really all the staff at McGill University each and everyone in their own way, and it takes a village to make it happen. Thank you, staff and professors, and thank you for students for being patient until you get your answers. We know that this is a critical time for many of you. It's all gonna happen. Everybody's in the same boat, not only at McGill University, but in the city of Montreal, in the province of Quebec, in Canada, and actually worldwide. Somehow we'll pull it off, I'm sure.